What's up everyone, and welcome back to Top 5 Central. So Santa has to be at every single house on Christmas to drop off presents, meaning he's way too busy to be at every mall in the world to meet all the good kids. That's why sometimes people actually dress up like him, because they couldn't get the real Santa, but sometimes things go wrong, so today we're looking at 5 Santas that got arrested. With that said, leave a like on this video and comment what holiday you celebrate, whether it's like Christmas, Hanukkah, or anything like that. Anyways though, let's get right into the video. Number 5. Okay, so everyone knows that Santa drives a sleigh, not a car, and I think that might be for the best, because nothing good happened when he got behind the wheel in Post Falls. Like, this guy literally changed his name to Santa Claus and goes around spreading Christmas cheer every year, so it's kinda crazy to see him act in such a non-family friendly way. Basically, it was January, and he obviously had nothing left to do, so he decided to celebrate with a couple of beers, then a few more, and then a few more. In the end, he was so drunk he was nearly double the legal limit, but he decided to get back in his car and drive home anyway. And yeah, I don't need to tell you that was a bad idea, but it gets even worse, because he ended up driving the wrong way down the street until the police finally caught up with him. Not just that, but because of his jolly Santa belly, they had to use 2 pairs of handcuffs when they hauled him into the station. Thankfully, no one was hurt and his charge was eventually lowered, but I think it's safe to say that Mrs. Claus should be the only one driving from here on out.
A Merry Christmas mugshot.
Mrs. Claus thinks I look spiffy.
We caught up with Santa Claus spreading cheer in Spokane last Christmas. He took his own time to bring smiles to drivers by the Division Street off-ramp.
Man, I love to see Santa out here. Merry Christmas to you, Santa.
So how did the Washington man with the legal name of Santa Claus end up in Cooney County Jail? It wasn't milk and cookies. Post Falls police records show Santa admitted to having more than a couple beers last Thursday, then driving the wrong way down the street. Reports say he was double the legal limit, and because of his jolly belly, police used 2 sets of handcuffs. So what can you say about the man who normally spreads cheer, taking in a little too much of his own cheer?
It's Merry Christmas! How are you? Are you being good? You ready for Christmas? Okay. Listen to your mom and dad, okay? Be good. Bye-bye.
Sometimes.
Number 4. Okay, if you plan on dressing up as Santa, let's just lay it out flat here. Don't get drunk. I mean, this is another one where he gets arrested for drunk driving, but the shocking thing is, that's not even the worst part. I mean, he's throwing presents out of the backseat while the cops chase him down, and once they get him out of the car, he doesn't get much better. Like, at first, the police seem to find it kinda funny, but it doesn't take long for things to get really weird, especially when he starts insisting everyone sits on his knee. Not just that, but he keeps trying to go to the bathroom right there in the street, not to mention failing literally every drunk test they give him. I mean, this dude is seriously crazy, so let's just hope he doesn't dress as Santa ever again.
Mike Romeo 4. Go ahead. Code 2 driving erratically on Nicholas Street. Coming to a stop.
Step out of the vehicle, please, sir. Step out of the vehicle, please. Been a party?
No.
Where have you been starting, sir?
Working. I'll tell you what I'll do.
Can you touch your nose, please?
No, I'll tell you what I'll get you a present.
Well, no, I don't want to see any
You
presents.
seem like-
sir. I don't want to see any presents.
Really nice boy.
Number 3. Okay, I've got to be honest here. Arresting Santa for what he does in this video seems a little bit harsh, because it isn't even enough to land someone on like the naughty list. I mean, literally all he's doing is drawing on the sidewalk with chalk, along with a ton of other parents and kids, but apparently that's enough to get him hauled off to the station. Now, to be fair, he's not exactly coming quietly. Like, quietly is an understatement. The dude is freaking out. Like, he starts out by just yelling at them that it's not fair, but pretty soon he's laying face down on the floor sobbing, and it's actually pretty hard to watch. Eventually, they just give up and push him into a cop car, but he's still yelling about peace and harmony, and everyone else seems to be agreeing with him too. Either way, I have no idea if he was drunk or just super passionate, but it looks like Christmas might be paused for him for a little while.
Why I'm being arrested?
Yeah, tell him why.
Tell
Why is
me,
he being arrested?
why am I being arrested?
Why is he being arrested?
Talking, everybody was happy. Why are you arresting me for being nice?
Stop moving around.
This doesn't make any sense. It's all right, Santa. We'll get you out. What is your name?
You'll be on the news, Santa Claus.
This is not right.
It's really not
What
right.
is your name? Scheffler. Well, you're damn sure not on the good list. What is your name? This is not right. Shear. Mr. Shear.
Wow, I've seen some bad stuff in my lifetime.
this
but
about?
I've never seen Santa Claus.
Who
getting
ordered
arrested.
you to come down here?
For riding on the sidewalk in chalk.
Santa Claus is being arrested by this officer here. She chased him
They're
down.
arresting me for being nice.
On the Capitol grounds, and it's illegal to ride in chalk on the Capitol
This is not right. Let me go. Have a nice birthday.
Number 2. Being Santa sounds like a pretty stressful job, so it's not that surprising that he would lose it every now and again. With that said, this guy didn't just drink a few too many glasses of eggnog or blow off the North Pole Christmas party, he literally almost killed the dude. That's right, a guy dressed as Santa Claus was on a bus on Christmas Eve when he straight up stabbed someone, and nobody really knows why. Thankfully, his victim got better pretty quickly, but it's still a pretty crazy story. Especially since he really should have been out delivering presents, not riding the bus stabbing random dudes. Anyways, police hauled them into custody for questioning, hopefully to find out what made Father Christmas snap so bad. I don't know, maybe there were just too many people on the naughty list this year, or the workload finally became too much. Either way, it's a good job he wasn't the real Santa Claus, because he spent Christmas night in a jail cell. Yikes.
He may have dressed like Santa, but police say he was not at all jolly. Brian Del Rome is accused of stabbing someone on Christmas Eve while he was dressed as Santa. He was arrested for warrants out of Denver. Lakewood police learned about his arrest, and they want to talk to him now that he's in custody for that stabbing that happened on this bus. The man stabbed recovered from his injuries.
Number 1. This is another story that really ruined Santa's image, so it's kind of sad to see people manipulate the holiday joy for bad reasons. Like, the quick version of this story is, this guy was pulled over during a normal traffic stop, but along with his Santa costume, they found some stuff in his car that definitely wasn't family friendly. That's right, his suit was in the boot of the car, but so was a bunch of other really bad drug-related stuff that we just don't want to get into. But yeah, obviously those weren't toys intended for the kids, and he was immediately arrested, but the story gets even worse. The thing is, this 66-year-old man actually volunteered for charity and dressed up as Santa to help out Toys for Tots. So while he was spreading Christmas cheer to every boy and girl in his neighborhood, he was also hiding a huge secret, and it was the kind of secret that could put anyone else on the naughty list for life.
New on Action News here. Police in North Jersey say when they pulled over a man who volunteers as Santa Claus, they found drug paraphernalia. South Hackensack police say they found the Santa Claus costume, a crack pipe, a hypodermic needle, and empty bags of crack and heroin in the car. 66-year-old Charles Smith was charged with possession of drug paraphernalia.
And there's our video on the top 5 Santas that got arrested. If you enjoyed the video, please feel free to leave a like down below and subscribe to see whenever we upload a video. Also, if you have your own top 5 or top 10 idea, feel free to search me a handy form in the description to submit it. With that said, thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.